Mm. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you're watching this. Welcome back. It's another Sunday. And yes, I'm in front of the fireplace again. It's a very chilly, damp day here in Alabama. Light rain, little drizzle. It's going to burn off later this afternoon, but the highs are only going to be in the upper 40s. This is typical winter weather. So I'm okay with this. I do have long sleeves on, but as you can tell, my shirt is getting very baggy on me. All right, because I'm the incredible shrinking woman. Yeah, I may have to get, I got this from Teemu, but I may have to get a smaller one, which is never a bad thing. Anyway, welcome back. For those of you that have been here before, I am so happy to see you keep coming back. I really love it because I get to read your comments. I share the information with Mama. You give me lots of feedback, which is a wonderful thing. For those of you that are new here, welcome to the family. I'm Connie, and this is Connie's Little Corner. Today, I'm still in my rental. Looks like I'll be here for a couple of months, which is fine because at the end of this Temu haul that I'm going to show you, I am going to show you your first look at the process of my tiny home build, right? You've all been asking me questions like, when are you going to get to see anything on it? But first, for those of you that are new, go on down below, grab the link, download the Temu app. Temu's been in business now for 2 years. Some of you may have reservations about getting involved, but you know what? You have no obligation. Use PayPal for your services to keep your credit card and your information private, right? It doesn't get better than that. Free shipping, lots of good benefits. You can also get a $100 coupon bundle and 30% of your first order when you use my code, which I'll put up here for you, which is AFC 95851. Okay, now I'm not going to keep you waiting. You're all going like, well, what's going on with Mama, right? Okay, yeah, I'm smiling. See, Mama was discharged from the hospital on New Year's Eve in the afternoon. So that's wonderful news. She went in late on Saturday night, the last Saturday in December, and she was discharged the afternoon, December 31st. Um, to date, so far, they have not been able to identify the cause of what brought on this small stroke, but they have also not been able to identify any residual deficits. No loss of speech, no loss of memory, no loss of her cognitive skills, no motor function loss, nothing, as if it never happened. And it is truly a New Year blessing. I want to thank all of you for your prayers and your kind thoughts. I gave all that information to Mom. I shared with her what you shared with me, and just keep praying. Just keep praying because we're not getting any younger. She's not getting any younger, but she just proved to us just how tough she is. And if you hadn't already figured that out from watching the Sunday with Mama videos, then this surely should give you an indication that she's a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to share something with you. You all know that I'm clairvoyant, I'm a psychic medium. I have many abilities that I was gifted in this. This is my soul's final journey to earth, and I was gifted a lot. And I have never exploited those gifts. I've never charged anyone for those gifts, and I've never used them for my personal purposes. But this time I did. This time I actually asked my guides if they could please show me something about what's going on with Mom. So they granted my request. And very simply, I'm going to describe to you what they showed me. And basically, it's like getting a movie in my head. So I want you to close your eyes and picture this. You've all seen Mama. So you've got Mama on one side, and you can see her. She's got a hold of a rope, like a tug of war rope, right? And she is hanging on to that with all her might. And on the other end of the rope is Gabriel. And Gabriel is just holding the rope gently with one hand. And every now and then he gives it a little tug. Well, this time he gave it a little bit bigger tug. And Mama, in her spunky self, said, "Oh, no, you don't." And when he pulled her 2 steps forward, she gave a yank and pulled that 1 step back. So it made me smile and it made my heart good because what my guides showed me is that, of course, mom is in a tug of war. Heaven is ready to take her. They're kind of pulling her in that direction, and she's just not ready to go. And she keeps pulling back and standing her ground. And yes, she's losing a little bit of ground, but not a lot. And my guides labeled it. They said to me, "This is the battle of angels." And I found that very remarkable because you've got mom, whose name is Angel, and Gabriel on the other side, and they're having this battle. And Gabriel has a lot of rope on his side. Mom is 95, almost 96. Come April, God willing, if we still have her by April, she'll be 96 years old. So he's got 95 years worth of rope on his side, and she's got whatever she has left on her side that she's hanging on to for dear life. Mama loves life. She loves people. She loves being involved. She loves being active and being engaged. She just lights me up with her spirit. And I just hope that I'm lucky enough to make it even a third closer to the age that she's at. So I'm very, very blessed. And I'd like to think that we're all very blessed that we still have her, and I'm very grateful to my guides for the first time ever in my life, showing me a little something about what's going on in my family in the personal stage, because that's pretty much a no-no. We don't ever get to see that. Even when we ask for it, it's like, no, you don't need to know that. It's too close and personal. Kind of like a conflict of interest. But this was enough. And this explained to me, it showed me just how strong mom is, and it shows me just how large her will is and how determined, for lack of a better word, that she is, that she ain't going till she's ready to go. And when she's ready to go, I know she will just let go of the rope and let it happen. So that's all good news, right? Um, I didn't get to talk to her yet this morning. They had to shower her this morning and whatnot during the time that I normally call. So I said, call back a little later. Maybe I'll catch her closer to lunchtime. And then I'll fill you in. Thank you very much for commenting on the community post. I'm glad you all found it helpful. Now let's get into some Teemu, and then we'll get to what's going on around the corner. Now, some of you know that when I sold my house in Arizona, I left a lot of things behind for the new owner. So I have to replace some stuff. So if you're seeing things that you know I already got before, this is why I had to get them again. But that speaks very highly for Teemu. So for you guys that are new to Teemu, when you see someone like me or anyone that has a YouTube channel and we're doing a repurchase, there you go. That's the recommendation for Teemu. All right. And I got prices on these today. This was 68 cents. And this is a kitchen sink drainer with a handle. So I love that this has a narrow bowl. You see how it's not pointed on the bottom. It's got a flat mesh, narrow bowl. It's got good trim on it, and it's got a foldable handle so that you don't have to get your fingers under the rim to pick up the strainer and empty it. You can just pick it up this way. Loving this. Very, very well made. I got it from the same vendor that I got in the last one from because I knew what I was going to get. It also, at the top up here, you can see it's kind of flat, so it's easy to grab, and it lays down nice and secure. Love this, and for under $1, I might have to get a second one because I am getting a double sink in the kitchen, and I'm not requesting a garbage disposal be put in. I discovered after a couple of years in the house in Arizona that I think I used it twice. So I didn't really see the need to have a garbage disposal put in. If I do down the road, I mean, right now, Levi's my garbage disposal, kind of. All right, $3.33. Now remember, these were the prices that the value that I had on my items. It's not necessarily what you'll find them for, but you got to search. This is an eyeglass holder, and this stuff fuzzy one. I got it in this nice dark teal blue, and this is a cloth. This is a really nice thick cloth. Felted on the bottom. The back of this is about 5 inches high. The front is about 4 inches high with just a little dip right there. So your glasses fold up. They sit in there like that. They sit high enough that you don't have to touch the lens to get them out. And it's all fuzzy inside. Look at that. Nice. It's almost like a fur lining, but it's nice and lined, so nothing is going to get scratched. It does come in a variety of colors, but I went with the darker teal, the very dark teal. I'm not sure what colors are going to be going into my bedroom, but I may actually get another one of these because I switch my glasses from time to time, and I might want to set one of these in the living room area, but this one's for the bedroom. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, what do we got next? Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness. It's not a giant order, but it's all necessities. This was $2.01, and this is a silicone soap/sponge holder for the kitchen sink. So this will fit on the edge of the kitchen sink. As you can see, it's got the ridges so that your sponge sits up on top of it. And then it's got your little drain spout to go into the sink so it doesn't puddle. These are a necessity. We didn't have these when I was growing up. We used to set everything, we all had ceramic sinks. Nobody had stainless steel. Everybody had these white ceramic sinks. And you would just all either hang your washcloth on the dishcloth, or you put your sponge and your scrubby thing on the side of the sink. I like these. All right. These are nice. Keep it contained. And this is this is not a hard one. This is a foldable, flexible silicone one. So I really like that. And it does come in other colors too. So let me move those things out and save those for last. Okay, $2.58. Did y'all get through New Year's in one piece? I call New Year's Eve amateur night because that's all the people that think they can hold their liquor and they think they can drink. They go out and they drink, and then they either cause accidents for themselves, or they injure somebody else, or they have regrets the next day for what they might have done, or don't remember what they did. So I was called New Year's Eve amateur night. I don't go out on amateur night anymore, unless I'm going by taxi. Right. So to me, that's just the safest way. All right. This is a set of 3. 1, 2, 3. And these are oven liners. Yes, I had these in Arizona, remember? But these go inside. One will go on the very bottom under the element, and they will not melt. They do not burn. One will go on the middle rack, and one will go on the top rack if you need it, or you can use it as a spare. They're all basically the same size. They're all about 15 inches, maybe about 15 inches this way by about 13 inches this way. They're washable. You can put them in the dishwasher if you want, but I just take them out and wipe them down in the sink when I need to. But boy, are these a lifesaver. Gone are the days. Do you remember? The only thing we could do is we either put a cookie sheet under something, or we put aluminum foil for anything that was going to spill. These are so much better. And because they're reusable, it's not like aluminum foil you have to throw away, that you can't clean up, that you have to spend a lot of money for over and over again. Get yourself some of these. One of you recommended these to me, and now I'm hooked on them. So I am very, very happy with this product. This is a repurchase. So far, the 3 kitchen items are repurchased. The only thing that's a new purchase is the eyeglass holder. And I'm going to put this in there to hold it for now. Hold on. I need some coffee. It's about 10:30 in the morning here, Central Standard Time. The fireplace is just enough to keep the chill. This is actually the master bedroom that I'm sitting in. So even Levi doesn't want to go outside in today's weather. Make sure this bag is empty. All right, we got a couple more things. Don't worry. Yes, this is going to be a short and sweet video. Nothing like getting to the point, right? Okay, so 2 of these are both the same thing. two of them for $1.68, a 2-pack. So I'm only going to open 1 pack because that's all you need to see. And you've seen me get these before. These are going to go underneath my kitchen cabinet. And these, hold on a second. I'll open this one. These are for holding utensils. They spin. I hang my spatulas, my big spoons, my tongs. So I got 2 of them. I actually used 3 of them in the house in Arizona because I had one of them for like baking type utensils, measuring cups and things like that. But that was a different setup. So this, I've got 2 of these, and I don't know if I'll need 2 of them. They do come with this. So you basically slide this in. There's a gap on the back. You slide it into the gap. You turn it the right direction. You slide it into the gap. And then you peel off the double-sided stick and you stick it up. Now, I did find the adhesive on this is strong enough to hold it up there, even with the utensils on. I did not have to use my own 2-sided tape. And you know how I feel about the 2-sided tape that comes with most of the things from Temu. It's substandard. This 2-sided tape is really, really good. So 2 of these for $1.68 is a bargain. And I don't think that was a lightning deal. I just think that was the regular price. All right, 2 more things. Now, these may surprise you a little bit because those of you who have gotten to know me know that I'm a flip-flop kind of girl, right? And I'm always running around bare feet. But here in Alabama, it gets cooler. And in a tiny home, there's no guarantee how warm the floor is going to be, even though under the floor is going to be insulated and around the bottom of the tiny home will be skirted to help minimize any cold air that comes in through that. The floor still may be a bit cooler. So I got myself a pair of slide-on fuzzy slippers. These are also rubber-based on the bottom. So these are going to be perfect to slip on when I need to take Levi outside, just have something on my feet, keep my toes covered. But look at that. Isn't that really nice? It's got a really nice, soft, padded interior. It's got a cushioned insole all the way up to the toe. Good rubber base on the bottom, non-skid rubber base. Nice fuzzy. I love that, like Sherpa fuzz. And this is like a suede. That feels almost like a suede on this part. And do they fit? Yes, they do. I tried them on, and I'm going to see if I can look. I'm an old lady. I can still get my feet up in the air. So I may actually start wearing these around here. But there you go. That's what it looks like. Fits perfectly. I wear a 7.5, and this is, I don't know if it tells me or not. I think it's a 39. US 7 to 8. Size medium, 7 to 8. So this is a medium. I love these. Super soft, super comfortable. They're going on my feet today because it's the perfect weather for them. It's damp. It's cold. The floors in here are all laminate, and laminate and tile does tend to be a little cooler. In my tiny home, though, my bedroom, I'll be putting down an area rug, like a 6x8 area rug. And I may put one in the living room because I do have 2 area rugs that I can put down. I may put one down in the living room as well, just to help insulate the floor a little bit. And to give Levi a spot that's not slippery under his feet, because I do worry about with his joints. I see how slow he moves in this house and he slips a little bit. So I want to make sure that, yeah. So everything's about keeping the feet warm, even though my feet do tend to be warmer than most people. All right. 13. Did I give you the price on those? Those slippers were $6.04. That's a deal. Okay, $13.19 for a pair of what we used to call mucklucks, rain boots. You need them down here. Where I'm going to be living, you all saw the picture of the site. It can get a little muddy in that area. It's rural. It's not isolated, but it is rural. And it gets a little bit muddy from time to time. And there's obviously rain here that wasn't in Arizona. I did have a pair similar to this back in New York because April and May we got a lot of rain, and then in the fall and October we got rain. So I know right now this is the rainy season. December, January here is the rainy season, and then again it will be in I think June and July. They told me. So I got me a pair of these. They do come in a whole bunch of different colors. These are mid-calf height. They come with liners, extra cushion liners that you can put inside if you want them, if you need them. All the inside is waterproof lining. I don't know if you can see in there, waterproof lining. It does have the cinch where you can pull the top snug around if you're splashing in puddles or whatever and you don't want to get super wet. Really good grippy on the bottom. Look at that tread on the bottom of these things. That's really good for what I would call squishing in the mud, but not slipping in the mud. And do these fit? Well, you know what? I looked at them and they looked small. But I tried one on. Oh, hold on. Let me put the other foot on. For some odd reason, I can bend one way easier than the other. But I guess we all have that, right? Okay, let's get this one on. And it goes on easy. Look at that. Perfect fit. I actually have a little bit of room in it. Top of my toe is like right there. So if I do need to wear a heavy sock or a pad, like a slipper sock inside of it, I absolutely can. And then I can stitch it up tight around the top up here. But these are perfect. I'm loving this. So my feet will stay dry. Will my feet stay warm? Yes, I think so. These are not insulated boots. These are just waterproof boots. You'll have to excuse me, I'm putting the liner in the bottom because I don't want to lose the liners. And that's how easy the liners just slip right in there. So, different colors. Wow. Purple, black, green, this dark teal, which I think they call it, well, I think they call it green, but it's actually a dark teal if you look at it. It's not a green, it's a dark teal. White, baby pink. They have ones that are shorter, but I didn't want the ones that are shorter because they don't give you any splash protection, so to speak. So if you're out where it's really muddy, like if I happen to be out working, because I plan on having a big vegetable garden in my yard, if I'm out working and it's really, really muddy, I don't want to worry about things getting inside on the top of the ankle. I'm getting down inside, which is why I got the mid calf. But very, very nicely made. Yes, they're a vinyl rubbery type material. They feel just like muckluck. They feel, well, not mucklucks, mudders. That's the word. Mucklucks are furry. These feel like mudders, like you would normally wear if you were on a farm or whatever. So pretty cool, huh? All right, that's the Teemu haul. Not a lot of items, but a lot of very useful items. I have, oh my gosh, let me think. 4 more orders coming, plus a couple of things that, 3 things that I had won at farmland and that I'd never claimed. I didn't even realize I had finished the game a while back and I never went in and claimed the gifts. So those are on the way. I have a small sponsored order coming. And I want to talk to you about that. Some of you has asked me how to become an affiliate. And let me just cover that really quickly, and then we'll get into the stuff that's going on around my corner. To become an affiliate, the first thing you have to have is either a YouTube channel, an Instagram channel, a TikTok, something like that, with a following. You have to have like maybe at least, I think it's 500 subscribers or following, because obviously you have to have a way to promote the Temu products, and you have to have viewers to be able to see the Temu products. So that's the first thing. You have to have some sort of a channel established with subscribers. Once you have that done, then you can go to, you go regular Temu site, you type in the word influencer, and it will bring you to the page where you can sign up to be an influencer. Now, anyone can sign up to be an affiliate. There's a difference. With being an affiliate, you don't have to have a channel. You simply will get an affiliate code like my AFC 95851. You'll get a code, and you can share that code in your own personal link, which you will get. You can send it out to all your friends via email. You can post it on your Facebook page. You don't have to have any kind of a following or whatever. And for people who sign up using your code, you get, I don't know, anywhere from $3 to $5 to use as credits for purchases. So anyone can be an affiliate. So don't let that stop you. You don't have to purchase minimum orders. You can live anywhere in the world. There are affiliates that I've gotten help to get them sign up that are in the United Kingdom. One's in Australia, one's in Hawaii. So yeah, anybody can be an affiliate. Now, going back to the influencer, if you do have a channel and you have your followers, you go and you type in the word influencer and you sign up as an influencer. What happens is they will review. You have to give them the link to where your channel is. They will review your link and see if you meet their criteria. I can't tell you right now what the criteria is because it's constantly changing. Sometimes it's you have to have a certain number of posts, or you have to have a certain amount of viewers. So it's always a little bit different, but it doesn't cost anything to apply for it. You simply put in your request to be an influencer. And if they approve you, what they do is they typically start you with what they call seeding money, SEEDING, seeding money. They might start you with, they might give you $30 worth of credits and say, okay, they'll give you a list of, they call them campaigns. You go in, you select whatever category it is that you want to shop from. And you have the freedom to choose your own items. You don't have to stick to what they tell you that you have to use. That's the good thing. You can pick what you want. So you will then go in and you will choose a campaign to join. You'll order your items up to whatever amount of seeding money. You cannot go over the seeding money and add to it with your own funds. You have to stay at or just below. And if you, let's say you spend, they just gave me $30 worth of credit. I spent $29.74. The other 26 cents left, that'll carry over. You don't ever lose it. So don't worry about that. So you go in, you pick your items, you order your items, they ship them to you, and then you do a sponsored video like you've seen me do, where I thank Teemu for sponsoring the items, and you put up this little banner that goes up in the corner that says paid promotion or paid promotion included, something along those lines. But it lets everybody know that you are collaborating, so to speak, with Teemu. That's all there is to being an influencer. As your channel grows and you get more viewers, they throw more seeding money at you, or you have opportunities to earn more credits by posting more videos. And they'll show you, they'll tell you exactly what the criteria is, how long the video has to be. 2 shorts equals 1 video. If you're somebody who likes to do shorts, I don't like to do shorts. To me, that's a waste of time. So that pretty much sums it up. If you want more specific details, again, you can just do a regular search on Teemu and type in the word influencer, or you can send me a direct message like some of you have done in the past. And I'm very happy to see that some of you are actually up and running as influencers and as affiliates. And I think it's wonderful. Anybody can do this. If you go back and you look at my early videos, you can see I was nervous, I was uncomfortable, I wasn't sure what I was doing. The lighting wasn't right. There were, oh my gosh, what a mess they were. And if I could redo them all, I would, trust me. But I like to leave them up because it shows everybody that you can develop your comfort level. You don't even have to have a comfort level to start. Just do it. My first video, I didn't even show my face. all I showed was my hands and the products, and you heard my voice. So, no, it did not come easy to me. Does it come easy to me now? Yeah. But you know why? Because I have my mom's flair for, in a sense, for being in the public eye. She's been an entertainer her entire life, and she is seriously comfortable in front of the public, whether she can see them or not. And I'm learning that from her, right? So there you go. Now, let's get on to what's going on just around the corner. Okay, hold on. What's been going on this week? Wow. Um, a lot of logistics this week. And a lot of it had to do with just moving to Alabama. I had to change my Medicare Advantage plan over from an Arizona plan to an Alabama plan. I had to get a new primary care physician, reestablish a pharmacy connection over here, all those little things that go on. I ordered a new phone. You might have heard me tell you that during the trip from Arizona to here, my cell phone started to go really wonky and really wobbly, and it wasn't recording right, and the screen on the bottom was starting to gray out where you actually couldn't see anything. It had been dropped a few times. The main screen was cracked. It was 5 years old, and it was time to replace it. So my replacement came, but I have not yet gotten the SIM card for it, so I can't use it yet. Well, I can use it for everything except for making phone calls. It is set up already on the Wi-Fi and the internet. So I am really pleased so far with everything because I got a phone similar. I'm an Android user. I do not like iPhones. I don't believe in spending an outrageous amount because I don't live on my phone. I'm not attached at the hip to my phone. I'm not a phone junkie, so to speak, or I'm not a phone addict. So I currently have a Samsung Galaxy A50. That's what I've been using for the past almost 5 years. What I ordered was a Samsung A52. So it's an upgrade, more memory, more gigs, faster speeds, better recording quality, more storage. I guess they call it RAM, random access memory, if I remember. So it's an upgrade to what I had. And the phone actually is just a tad smaller, like a 16th of an inch smaller. But I was able to do what they call smart switch. And it's a transfer agent. You just hold the two phones next to each other, and all the data transfers from the old phone over to the new phone. Obviously, I had a lot of data, so it took about an hour to do that. But hey, it's done. It's a lot easier than having to do it manually and re-download apps and redo your entire contact list. So yes, new phone. All right. New phone, new doctors. I found a new veterinary service for Levi, which is down near about 8 miles away from where we'll be living. So they come highly recommended. They are well versed in dealing with all sorts of breeds. They are not breed biased, so to speak. They don't look at him and see a pit bull. They look at him and see a 12-year-old dog. So he's got a new vet he's going to. He hasn't seen him yet. I don't know how he'll like him, but he's always been good at the vets. So I'm not too worried about that. What else has been going on? I am not changing my driver's license and registration insurance yet until I actually am in my permanent residence, because down here, you don't ever have to. I can maintain my Arizona driver's license. I can maintain my Arizona car insurance, and it's just like being considered a snowbird, where I live in one place like here during the summer and there during what would be Alabama's winter. So I don't have to change that as of yet. So that's not on the table right now. Preparations for the new home. I'm working with some wonderful staff members at the site where I'm going to be living. They gave me measurements for the parking slab. They gave me measurements for the additional slab that's there. I have selected a really nice 8x8 shed with a gable roof. So it's got a peaked roof, gives me a little bit more space where I can store things upper on the rafters. That 8x8 shed, half of it will be storage. The other half I'm going to use as my jewelry creation office. I needed space to work in so I can get back to making my jewelry. And I have a nice sturdy 6-foot table, and I'll still have 2 feet of room on the other end. Within the shed, it's well ventilated. I can easily run power to it because the slab is right next to where the house is going to be. So I will have a, what I call a creation station, as well as plenty of storage space for holiday things, garden tools, whatever I need to keep that obviously there isn't room for in the tiny house. I have been looking at carports because with all the pine trees, there's going to be some sappy, nasty pine needles falling down on top of my car, and they will eat the paint and the finish in your car in a heartbeat. So I've been looking at carports, and one of you sent me an email, and I have to apologize. I don't remember your name. I'm so bad, but thank you. You know who you are. That said to me, the sunshade that I used when Levi and I were camping, that big net sunshade, it's huge, it's like 12 by 15 or something like that. They said, why don't I put that up on the 4 camping poles that I have and just use that as a temporary sunshade over the car? It'll keep the needles off. Genius! You're a genius. Thank you. And that will save me time and money so that I can recoup from the initial expenses that I have of getting the house in place and still have the car protected. And another one of you said just get a big 16 by 16 tarp, the nylon tarps, and just throw it over the car, hold it down with a couple of cinder blocks, and then just peel it. Because I'm not going in and out every day for work. My car might sit for a week before I go anyplace. So again, that's another great idea. So you guys have just saved me a fortune and a lot of stress. So I am open to any other ideas that you may have to help along those lines. Okay, now the tiny home itself. Guys, I'm just getting so excited because we just finished on this past Friday. The rep there at the company, his name is Ryan. He's a real sweetheart of a guy. He's someone I call a gentle giant because he's like 6'4". But he's just like a big teddy bear. You gotta love him. And he is smart. He's accommodating. He's professional. He's proficient. He is everything that you would want in the face of a company. And he has been bending over backwards to make my dreams happen in this home. Little tweaks and things that we've had to do. So we've got all the electrical layout fine-tuned. We've got the actual layout of the walls, the storage in the house, the kitchen area in the house, where you enter, where the access to the porch is. I mean, all those little things you have to think about. He referred to it as me doing my due diligence. And that's exactly what it is, because you don't ever want to sign off on an architectural plan until it's exactly what you want. Because if you sign off on it, then that's what it is. And if you make changes down the road, you might price yourself out of your own home. So I made sure I looked at every room individually. And what I'm going to put up for you so that you can see for the first time is the actual floor plan for my tiny home. So the first one I'm going to put up for you here is the bedroom. This is a 1-bedroom tiny home. The tiny home is 400 square feet. It cannot exceed 400 square feet or it's no longer ANSI certifiable, and it's no longer considered an actual tiny home. So we have maxed it out to the actual 400 square foot mark. So if here's the first one. This is the bedroom. And I know it looks small, but considering it has a 7-foot closet and then it has a 3-foot area for my washer machine, my laundry machine, I am putting in a combination washer dryer unit, not a stackable, one piece that washes and dries all in the same unit. That will give me storage space above the unit for linens, blankets, any big stuff that I need a place to store. The closet, I just ordered a California closet kit, and I'll put a picture of that up here so you can see what I'm putting into the closet. That should be delivered here within a couple of days, so I'll actually show you the box when it comes. And then the main bedroom area is roughly just an inch or two shy of being 10 by 10. So I'm only putting 3 pieces of furniture in there. I have a queen size bed that does not have a head or a footboard. So that will go up to one side. The nightstand will go next to it. And my big dresser will go along the wall, the big full wall. But as you can see in these plans, instead of having windows all over the place and cutting into the wall space and thermo effects, all right, if you have, it's either going to get overheated or too cold if you have a lot of glass. I had a 6-foot sliding door put in, or having it put in, and that will be my direct access to take Levi straight out to the backyard. It will also let an enormous amount of light come into that room by having, roughly, you're talking 6 feet by 6 feet, so 36 square feet of glass to let all that light pour into the bedroom. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be bright when I want it to be. I will have shears. I have black shears that I'll be able to slide across it to, at nighttime for privacy, or to keep the light out when I want the light out. So that's the bedroom. Very spacious for a tiny home. My walkway between the bed and the dresser will be almost 3 feet, 2.5 almost, because a queen size bed is 60 inches wide, and that's only 5 feet. And I've got roughly 9. My dresser is only 18 inches, so 5, 6.5 feet. So I'm going to have 2.5, almost 3 feet of walking space to get in and out my dresser. It's what I had back in Arizona. The only thing I'm sacrificing is at the foot of the bed in Arizona, I had about 10 feet. Now I'll have a couple of feet and then the closet. Oh, hello? That's fine by me. All right, let's move on to the kitchen. Now, in the kitchen, this one took a little bit of tweaking because there's some things I would not give up. I wanted a French door refrigerator, but it did not have to be a big one. So I think it's a 30-inch French door with water and ice, but the water and ice are not in the door. And I didn't want that because I want the smooth surfaces so that I can have magnetic places to put magnetic spice racks or whatever else that I might need to attach to get them up and have storage. So you open one side of the refrigerator, there is a water dispenser just inside the door that you just push the button and you fill your glass. It's got the bottom freezer where it has the ice maker, so I have water and ice, but I have the French door to be able to get in and out with bigger things. You know what, more storage space, better for me. No cabinet above the refrigerator because to me, that's a waste. Most people stuff things in there and they forget about them. So I would rather have it open, or I can either put larger items up there or some nice decor up there or something else, whatever I want to put up there. But I have options as opposed to having a cabinet that's taking up a space that I'll never use. Okay, nice big window over the double sink. The house did come with the option for a farm sink, but I do not like farm sinks because they protrude out by several inches, and every inch counts in a tiny home. So I went with what I'm comfortable with, what I've been using for years, which is a double sink. I ordered a special faucet to go in the kitchen, which is chrome and black, and I will put a picture of it up here so that you can see the actual faucet that I'm putting in the kitchen. Over the other side of the cabinet, you have a 12-inch cabinet, you have the microwave, and then you have the cabinet above the microwave that it's mounted to, and then you have another 12-inch cabinet on the other side. All the upper cabinets are going to be knotty pine, and they're all going to be just polyurethane to protect them, to keep that beautiful rustic knotty pine look. The base cabinets from the refrigerator over, you'll see there's a dishwasher. Then the sink cabinet. Under the sink is an on-demand hot water dispenser. And because the house is small, it doesn't have to be a big one. And that will dispense the hot water that I need for either the laundry, the sink, or the bathroom. So an on-demand, very energy efficient. And I love that that's what they put in these homes. They don't even think about giving you a tank. On-demand is great. If you've never used on-demand, you turn on your hot water, literally by the time you count to 30, you got hot water, sometimes quicker. In the kitchen sink, it probably only take you count to 10 or 12 maybe, but in the shower on the other side of the house, you might have to count to 30. but it's worth it because it's not running all the time. It's only running when you need it. It doesn't have to store any water to keep it hot. Much, much more low cost and energy efficient. I had one of these in my 1,500 square foot house back in New York. I had an on-demand system and it was perfect. So moving over from there, you've got a bank of drawers. I think it's a 15-inch wide bank of drawers and then a 9-inch wide cabinet. That 9-inch wide cabinet is going to be perfect for my cookie sheets, my bakeware, my pizza pans. Everything's going to slide in there nicely. So it does have an extra drawer on the top too, I think. Not sure, but if it doesn't, no big deal. And then you turn, and my range is on the L. It's on the wing. And this is a smooth cooktop 5-burner range with a combination convection regular oven and a nice big drawer on the bottom. The drawer on the bottom will hold what little pots and pans I have. It'll hold the lids for the pots and pans, so it gives me extra storage. I love it. And then in that corner between the range and where you turn to go under the microwave, I've got lots of countertop, but under that big end is another cabinet that you access from the living room. So as opposed to having a, what do they call it, lazy Susan cabinet in the corner, I would have had to push out into the living room more to do that. By not doing that, I now have storage on the living room side, full 24-inch base cabinet, all right, that I can put office work, paperwork, anything I need to store, even extra kitchen, whatever. I got more storage, all right? So that's the kitchen. We did have to do a little bit of tweaking as far as the size of cabinets go so that we wouldn't shrink the living room down too small. So I'm very, very happy with how that came out and how we worked it out. The bottom cabinets are going to be, for now, they're going to be a dark, really dark brown. It's called espresso because they didn't have black and I wanted black. And down the road, because there's only a very few cabinets, it's not going to cost a lot. I'll get them. I'll get the lacquer paint and either paint it myself or get a professional come in and change the color of the base cabinets to black. So black and tan, butcher block countertops. Black and tan has always been a very, look behind me, black and tan. It's always been a very classic look. And it's a very rustic look, having the knotty pine on the top. And then all my appliances are black, not black aluminum, black, just flat black, like your laptop is black. So black refrigerator, black microwave, black dishwasher, black range. There might be a little bit of stainless steel accents here or there on the dishwasher, the microwave. Not worried about it, all right, because I have a stainless steel sink with a black and stainless faucet. So there's the kitchen, guys, all right? Now for the bathroom. I picked out this, what I feel is an amazing vanity. I fell in love with this vanity. I said, I have to have it. So I told Ryan, look, we're getting rid of the vanity that you guys would typically put in. Here's the 36-inch vanity I want, and I'll put a picture up here so you can see the vanity. It has a vessel sink, which I absolutely love vessel sinks. I do not like sinks that are down in the bottom. I always feel like I'm digging into a toilet bowl. I just don't like them. I ordered the brushed, I think it's called oil rubbed bronze faucet to go with it. And so I picked my faucet, I picked my vanity. This vanity has this really dark tealish green with browns. It looks very antique-y, and I just absolutely love it. So I've had the vanity that I selected. I took the toilet that was normally under the window and I had them swing it over to the end of the vanity to get it out of the center walkway, thus opening the room up more and keeping everything on the side walls. I selected my own 36-inch shower. The shower I've been using here at the house is about 40 inches. And when I stood against the back wall and I put my arm out, I'm never over there where I need that much space. So I said, I don't need a 48-inch shower. It's just me. And even a 36-inch shower has enough room for a seat or a bench, shower bench to be put in it, or a shower chair to be put in it. Plenty of space. So I'll put a picture up here so you can see the shower that I ordered. It's got a nice marble pattern, and it's a full kit. Walls, base, doors. Comes with everything. All they have to do is run the plumbing and put the shower head up and the faucet in. And I really don't care at this point what the shower head and the faucet look like. They can put in, I don't know, aluminum, stainless steel. Doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. That's something to be changed down the road. That doesn't matter. But what I did have them do is on the kitchen wall that's against the bathroom, they had a pantry, and the pantry was internal measurements of the pantry was only about 8 inches deep and 3 feet across. Not big enough for anything. I can't put an electric frying pan in there. I can't put an electric griddle in there. Where was I going to store these things and still have room for like bigger mixing bowls and things that I have for my stand mixer, all that kind of stuff, my air fryer that takes up space. So what I did instead, by getting the 36-inch shower, they were able to push the pantry back in by to a depth of 2 feet. All right, actually a little bit more than 2 feet because the bathroom is 6 feet deep. So I've got a 3 foot depth. What I had them do, and you'll see it on the plans here, is I had them split it up. The first, well, I don't know, like 15 inches or so, 16 inches is pantry. And then there's a foot to 15 inches in the bathroom for storage. The first shelf in the bathroom is 48 inches off the floor, and that gives me broom, vacuum, mop, tall things, toilet paper storage, paper towel storage. It gives me a nice little broom closet out of the way in the bathroom, right? Something that didn't exist in this tiny home whatsoever. And I got it simply by shrinking down the size of my shower. Now, if you'll see on the plan, the pantry is now L-shaped. So it goes 3 feet across, and on one side it goes a certain depth, but on the other side it goes almost 3 feet back. So I have this roughly 16 by 3 foot wide area from the floor up where I can slide in all my big pots and pans and everything big that I need to put in there, skillets and cookware and you name it. I'm just thrilled to have this much storage space in a tiny home. And I really didn't make any sacrifices. I have everything that I want. So that's the bathroom. The whole house has vaulted ceilings throughout. It has like an 11-foot ceiling. I think it's 11 feet. Vaulted ceiling throughout. The ceilings will have tongue and groove that is simply just polyurethane, completely natural, just polyurethane to seal and protect it. The bedroom and the living room will each have a mini split for heat and or AC, and the bedroom and the living room will each also have a ceiling fan to help move the air through the home. The living room, as you can see, is L-shaped. And for days I've been figuring out where I'm going to put things. And then one day I just woke up and I said, duh. I was not thinking far enough outside the box. And I was overthinking, so to speak, that what my furniture wouldn't do as opposed to what my furniture would do and where it could go. So lots of days of sketching, lots of days of trying to putting pen to paper and figure it out. But I'm going to have an enormous amount of space. I don't have a lot of furniture, so everything will fit perfectly. And I have a designated space for Levi's dog bed. Hi, Mr. Levi. He's going to come over and say hi. Oh, I get kisses again. So there's your first look at the official floor plan for Connie's tiny home. Now, here's the irony. This channel's been up, and I might have said this before, but I'm going to say it again for anybody that's new. This channel's been up for not quite 2 years, year and a half. And it's been Connie's Little Corner since day one. Well, the site that I found to put my home is on a corner. And I'm putting a little home on that corner. So everything lines up that Connie's Little Corner, that sign I had that you guys have seen, that I had custom made, this says Connie's Little Corner, come on in. That's going to go right over my screen door in my tiny little home because I will literally have Connie's Little Corner. I can't be here. Look at me smiling. My dimples, right? Mr. Levi, he even loves it too. My dimples have been out for days. between mom doing well and the house, the design finally being finished where I'll sign off on the design this coming week, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. Construction will begin immediately. And then Ryan will start taking pictures. He's going to provide me so I can provide you with a picture of the base that the house goes on, with the when the flooring is done, when the walls get framed and go up, every step of the way, when the insulation goes in, when the banding goes on, because every single side piece of lumber has metal banding to attach it to the base. They're not freestanding. They're not going to shift. They're literally locked into place. Everything, when the plumbing goes in, when the electrical goes in, when everything, my doggy just loves me so much. Just love me so much. Oh, he's such a good boy. He's a spoiled brat. What could I say? I love him. So every step of the way, he's going to take pictures. I'm going to go down there at least once a week, and I'm going to do a walkthrough and videotape what they've gotten done in the week. And of course, we'll go over anything else that needs to be done while I'm there. I've even fine-tuned it down to, I know what the decor I'm going to be putting on the wall for the kitchen into the living room. So I even sent Ryan a message saying, hey, can you get a certain color light switches, receptacles, GFCIs, and wall plates to go on that wall? I don't want white. I don't want ivory. I want black. Because what I'm going to do to that wall with the knotty pine on top and the black on the bottom, I'm going to put in antique brick. So that whole wall is going to be bricked to make it look like an exposed exterior brick wall. So that's the only wall in the house I know what I'm going to do with. But there you go. All right. So hopefully I'm giving you enough information. There was more around the corner than there was Teemu Hall. I'll try to balance it out a little bit better in the next video. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, by all means, give me a big thumbs up. Share this so everybody can see. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, oh, come on, please hit the subscribe button. We're getting close to 5,000 subscribers, and I'll be able to send that goodie box out to one lucky person somewhere in the world, right? For those of you that have found me on buymeacoffee.com, Connie's Little Corner, thank you so much for that. We'll talk more about why that is so important in helping my channel and helping me to bring products that you guys want to see. By all means, let me know what it is that you want to see. I am getting a lot of things for my home right now, but hopefully they'll be useful to you and your home as well if you haven't already considered these. Please give me your input. I'm always looking for your input. I will keep you posted on how Mama is doing every step of the way. I have not yet, things have been a little chaotic between what's going on here for me and what's going on with her recovery. I haven't arranged yet to do a video chat with her. I'm going to wait probably another week or so before I request to have that done. But when I do, you'll get to see her. All right. So don't worry. Just know she's doing really good. So yeah, that's it. Okay. Remember, no matter where you are, please stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet. And I will catch you next week with a whole bunch of Teemu and more just around the corner stuff. Happy New Year!